Hey YouTube, Ultimo Latino here. I want to clarify my views on political parties, given the fact that this is going to be a big election coming up. You're going to have both parties squaring off for the next 2 months, vying for the presidency. Um, I hate them. Political parties suck. That being said, I'm going to make the statement: I am a registered Democrat. Uh, I didn't register independent just because my parents are registered Democrats. They were in the room when I was registering. I just said, you know what? Democrat. Fuck it. But I am an independent. Um, I'm a leftist, but I have voted for Republicans in the past. When uh, Giuliani was mayor of the city of New York, I thought he was doing a great job. And really wished he didn't go out for that presidential bid. But as far as mayors go, I think he's one of the best we've had. Far better than Dinkins was. Um, so, I'm not used to sticking with one political party. Um, I don't like political parties in general. I don't like them because I feel that they just fan the flames of cronyism and nepotism and just all around governmental corruption. Um, I I also don't like political parties because there's no mention of political parties anywhere in the Constitution of the United States. They were just constructed afterwards, just on a whim. I mean, there was no mention of political parties as a function of government. Um, that leads me to believe that the architects of the Constitution, founding fathers, um, never intended for factions to develop within government to that degree, or need them to be required to pass legislation. As a result, I think that political parties have, in a sense, made the American voter uh, obsolete to a degree. I mean, what ends up happening is people don't think for themselves. They think, oh, it's us against them. Um, they stand on principles that they quickly flip flop on when the party ticket is different. I mean, you just look at the Republicans and what they were saying during the Clinton years, and these same Republicans support George Bush um, on things that just seemed so far worse. And it seems like the problems that they had with Clinton magnified tenfold, aside from the whole blowjob incident, um, with George W. Bush, and yet they stick with him out of loyalty to the party. And I think that that's wrong. I think that any time a person puts a political party above their belief system just because they happen to belong to that particular party, they're brainwashed. I don't believe we should have political parties in this country. I think we should just have elected officials. Seems pretty straightforward to me. People elected by the people. Um, I believe that there should be some kind of public allocation of resources for those who wish to run for office. That people could, you say someone wants to run for public office, they demonstrate that there's an actual backing for them, a foundation, just like every politician has to do. You have to get signatures, etc., etc. They present all of their evidence for their ability to, collect votes and make a legitimate bid for a public office, and then a judgment is rendered by an independent panel, whether or not to allocate a capped specific amount of money towards this person's campaign. You end all the, you end all the BS that way. You don't have all these extravagant conventions, these places where these politicians go to schmooze with, the corporate elite. You don't have that anymore. You get a certain amount of money. If you want to collect other money on your own with, whatever campaign staff you're able to get together, whatever donations you can get from whatever organizations, that's fine. I think that's a much better system, and I think it recognizes that each of these people are elected officials, elected by the people, as opposed to elected by the party. And if you don't know the difference, I suggest you just take a minute and think about it, and think about everything I've said. There's a difference between being elected by the people and being elected by the party.